You were still a little guy the last time.
Oh, wow.
Listen to your damn elders!
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my beautiful wife, Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 8 of Vinland Saga, Beyond the Edge of the Sea.
Is this an Attack on Titan crossover?
If only.
That would be crazy. Thorfinn takes the head of the general, which is the prerequisite that Askeladd gave him to finally have a duel.
I mean, this fight has been something they've been building to all season.
I wonder if the fight's even going to happen.
That's what my thinking was, is Askeladd's just going to be like, ha, gotcha, jokes.
If you're excited for more episodes of Vinland Saga, like we clearly are, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they are all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, along with the other shows we're watching, which include Freerun, Mob Psycho 100, Hunter x Hunter, and The Legend of Vox Machina, so make sure to check those out. All right, are we excited for episode 8 of Vinland Saga?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Go, go, go! Come on now.
Wonder what's become of his family.
Yeah, right?
Incoming warships. We have to alert Gorm.
Not so fast. Look closely. That's Askeladd's ship.
Thorfinn's just sitting on the
Off
edge
to
of
the
the
side.
Seems to be sharpening his dagger.
Who would have guessed? Survived another year at sea. And he'll live to fight another day, Bjorn.
We went pretty far afield this time. Hey, those are sheep. You letting them graze this late?
They're trying to fatten them up as much as they can. I suspect old Uncle Gorm's still as stingy as ever.
Askeladd talking about fattening up a pig for a slaughter.
Oh.
Tell me it's either him or he's fattening himself up so the rest of the group can feed off of what he's created.
Maybe.
I think he because here's the reasoning I have. Something shifted in Askeladd during his confrontation with Thors, and while I thought it would manifest in being more of a pacifist, it clearly didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe it was letting Thorfinn live. That's too little. I think he's got something he's been planning to do his whole life. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
We'll see.
Listen up,
Eye on the
men.
prize.
All you bastards worked hard. Enjoy your winter to the fullest. That's an order.
Also learned that last episode was chapter 1 in the manga.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like trying to think of this from the perspective of, man, why is this kid looking at his captain so like badly? Why does he want to kill him? And then learning what happened.
That would definitely, it would be a very different viewing experience.
Yeah, because
I wish I could experience both.
Yeah, because you always grasp onto your first impressions of characters.
Yeah.
And with Askeladd, it's like, oh, his people love him. Great.
Yeah, he's giving them the winter off. Seems like a great dude. And then this crazy kid's just with the dagger.
Yeah. The thing I wonder is, Askeladd is said to be one of the more interesting characters in this show.
So he can't die right now.
He's very singular with what he does
way.
right now. And I don't... Like, sure, you could argue, like, there's been moments where he plays off real moments as jokes. And like he'll be like, do you want to lead the group, Thors? And then be like, of course I was joking.
Yeah.
So that's depth. But his actions haven't changed at all. Like
100%.
He's continued to just destroy villages and kill people. So like, where is the complication, you know?
Yeah. It makes me think that there's no way he dies in this fight.
Yeah. Maybe Thorfinn somehow becomes their leader.
Maybe Askeladd beats the fuck out of Thorfinn.
Who knows? I really think Thorfinn's stronger than him now. Because by extension, I mean, Thor's dad was way stronger than Askeladd. Like,
yeah.
He was fighting with the intention not only to not kill him, but not only to easily win, but also to not kill him.
Yeah.
If in Thorfinn, all he wants to do is kill, I think he's probably about as not as strong as Thor's, but there's something there. Not anybody can just tear through an entire army by
100%.
themselves. You know?
What a haul Askeladd's brought.
They got it from a huge victory against the Franks.
He's pretty incredible, isn't he? Heard some of his crew died this year.
Seriously?
Do you think they'll be recruiting new men to replace
Why are
them?
you so excited?
They want
Oh, wow.
to be replacements.
Askeladd's crew is
Vikings
definitely
again,
the one
you
I
know?
wanna join.
All right.
What a fool.
Sure.
Your ass would
If
get
that's your
killed in the
thing.
first 3 days. Huh? Hey, boy! Apologize!
You don't want to do that.
Whoa. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, his aura.
That's what I thought.
Damn, what the hell is wrong with that kid?
Gee, you don't know the half
It's
of
a
it.
long story. We'll be here all season.
It's great to be back, ladies.
So he's good to his village.
You're all lovely. Here you go. Who wants a necklace from yours truly? You know what, Uncle Gorm? One thing I've always loved about this place is how outspoken the ladies are.
We have more pressing concerns than women. Now then, your crew's daily ration of food costs 1 1/4 silver coins per man. You have 97 crewmen, which makes 121 coins in total.
What, you're counting coins again?
The cost of pigs went up this year. Dining on pork every day starts to add up. Add housing and firewood, and that brings us to...
Listen, no need to worry. This year's take was good. Give my men plenty of food, and keep the booze flowing. We'll pay your price.
That's precisely what I was hoping to hear. First round's on me. Time to celebrate. We have good wine, don't we? Bring it forth. 1, 2, 3.
Uncle Gorm, you really love money that much?
Is there any man alive who hates it? The lustrous shine. Just looking at a coin brightens up my day.
Yeah?
Well then, Hordaland, what are you doing? Hurry up and bring the wine.
What's going on with her?
Sir.
Damned fool, she's such a pain in the ass.
That's probably what's going on.
That slave girl of yours. She has
Oh.
a strange name. Hordaland, huh? Sounds like a part of Norway.
I acquired her quite recently. She comes from a lord's bloodline, but her family lost in battle and fell into ruin.
I hope that's
She's
not what
beautiful,
becomes of
but she was
like
expensive.
their
She's such a
family.
Yeah.
smart worker. I should have known. These spoiled highborn girls are too prideful and useless.
Oh, by the way. Can I ask you to be a witness for me? I have an appointment for a duel before supper. One more
He's
thing.
honoring it.
All
That
right.
slave girl being useless isn't her fault. It's yours for not using her the right way.
What do you mean by that?
With the right approach, you can convince anyone to do whatever you want.
It was all manipulation to make him a great warrior.
Go get him, kid!
Wow.
What you got?
Is it ever gonna dawn on Thorfinn? Like,
That he's basically been enslaved.
yeah.
Time to begin.
Or just that all this is wrong and his dad was right, you know?
Between
Yeah.
Thorfinn and Askeladd can now commence. If you both fight with dignity and honor, your immortal souls will find their way to Valhalla, and its doors will be open to you.
Are you serious? That boy's a part of Askeladd's group? Guess the odds of being allowed to join his crew are better than I thought.
He's kind of cute.
Okay.
Isn't he? Yeah. But Askeladd's way stronger and has a lot more money.
The reason for this confrontation is for Thorfinn to get vengeance for the death of his father. Any objections from either side?
None.
Not here.
Then let's begin!
What if he beats him, like, Askeladd beats him but lets him live like his father did?
Interesting. Yeah. I could totally see that. I don't know how Thorfinn would feel about that.
Terrible.
Yeah, humiliated.
No, he's gonna beat him. I think he's gonna beat him.
No. You've grown taller. It's been a few years, huh? You were still a little guy the last time.
Oh, wow.
Thorfinn's fast! He closed the gap!
He sent him flying after a single swing.
You idiot. Thorfinn leapt away. He knows that the dagger has an advantage up close. He's stronger now.
Whoa. Come on, Thorfinn.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh.
Okay. If he's unarmed, is that technically not honorable?
No.
Do you think he even gives
Maybe.
a shit? Oh,
He's
well,
just fast enough to get it.
doesn't matter.
So he's gonna go for his other dagger. He's playing it safe.
Yeah.
Hey, Thorfinn. Your father. What was his name again?
Oh.
It was, wait, I got it.
He's trying to rile him up.
Oh, yeah.
It's Thor's!
Of course, Thor's. That was his name. Ah, hell. I'm getting forgetful with age. But then that's the thing. You've been concentrating on revenge, wasting away the last several years, while I've been busy killing countless men. It all starts to blend together. I don't even remember your father. Are you sure that I'm the one who killed him? Name was Thorl, right?
Oh my god.
I mean, how would I do it exactly? You know, just in case you've mistaken
Does he
me for
literally
somebody
want
else.
to die? Because this is insane.
You fought him fair and with dignity. My father never would have lost to a man like you. You fought without honor. And then you...
Oh.
Horrible.
You took me hostage to it!
Ah, now I remember him. He was the fool who threw down his sword in exchange for some brat's life.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Askeladd's too good.
Nah, yeah, I just got him completely emotionally unwound. Damn.
What did he do?
And the daggers are just everywhere. But where he needs them.
You made the mistake of losing your cool. You still have a whole lot to learn, boy.
Oh, God.
You bastard!
Broke his arm? Did he?
Dislocate his shoulder?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, you remember his dad.
Bjorn popped Thorfinn's shoulder.
Yeah, that was
back
bull.
in.
Sorry, what did he say? Pop his shoulder back in is what he said.
Bjorn popped Thorfinn's shoulder back in.
Got it.
Ugh.
I am hungry. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Uncle, I could really go for some lamb. Grilled with herbs, of course.
Of course. It's literally... My god. Have to say...
Wow.
Wow, that was a shocker for the show. Tragic yet again.
Yep. We were wrong about Thorfinn being even remotely close to Askeladd's level.
Totally disagree with that.
What do you mean? He had him on the ground, pulled his shoulder out.
Did you not see that he completely had to take an emotional approach? If it was a straight up fight, Thorfinn was really pressing him. He took his weapon away and was almost about to get him. I think that the only reason that Askeladd won that was because of just how emotionally riled up he got him to where he just ran straight on with a dagger. He was appealing to his biggest trauma. Basically, to me, that screams from Askeladd, Plan Z, last resort. I need to appeal to him emotionally because he's actually might have me this time.
Interesting. My guess would have been that when Askeladd did that, Thorfinn would like lock in and really kill him, but he is not good enough yet to be able to use it as like a benefit in fighting. It's still a detriment.
Yeah, because remember when he had him on the ground, he said, you got over emotional.
Yeah.
Like that. I think he's still just a child, which is that's
really sad.
Because it's accurate. Like that would work on some kid, you know?
For sure.
Because sometimes you forget how young he is because he's so hardened at this point. But like,
well, and his like animation has changed so much, and he was like such a baby like 7 episodes ago. So it makes you think he's changed a lot more than he actually has.
And the other thing is, like, sure, his fighting skills are sharpened to a ridiculous degree, but no other skill has been developed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably. I don't think any...
He's just been stewing in this.
Yeah, he's just... Hopefully he can understand that the reason he lost that was because of it. So all that is to say, I don't think Askeladd's easily better than him. I think he had to resort to an emotional approach, which means he couldn't have just bested him without that. Askeladd's the master of not really showing what he's actually feeling, I feel. I think he was like kind of low-key panicking when he did that.
Interesting.
Because like it was very intentional. Like he remembers his dad. He knows all of that.
Oh,
he was just
for sure.
And so
he was goading him.
Exactly. So it's a clear tactic to like help him because he was, I mean, he got his weapon taken away. He got speed rushed. He couldn't land a scratch on him. Like Thorfinn was kind of like working him during that fight. But do you think Thorfinn is going to learn not to become emotional in the fight? Like he doesn't have those skills, I don't think.
I mean, he's going to have to, but in order to do that, he's going to have to like mentally and emotionally process it, which I don't really see in his future, unfortunately. Hopefully, I would love to.
You know what I'm hoping?
What?
I'm hoping that Leif Erikson can find him. Because remember, he's like, I will find you. Because he needs somebody to be like, hey,
a different
here's
mentor.
A hug. Like, you know, like.
No, the fact that he's being consistently mentored by like the person responsible for the most traumatizing moment of his life, it simply cannot be good for you.
Yeah.
That he needs to get away from that situation.
Absolutely. But it's this self-defeating thing. Like, it's so, Askeladd's just so good at manipulation because the only way he would have the thought to leave is if he had the emotional depth, which is what he's lacking.
Exactly.
You know?
100%.
Yeah. I hope
it's a perfect situation for Askeladd.
Hope he can, he's feasting on lamb, proverbially. Literally, because, like, had it not been for Thorfinn in that conflict where they took all those riches, they were screwed.
Be able to afford it. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, but anyway.
Horrible.
Hopefully he gets him next time, but I don't see it happening.
I've been waiting for
that looks really good.
Ooh, it's cold.
Hey, you're on duty. I got lucky though. Thorfinn told me he didn't want to switch.
So he's pouting again after losing, huh?
Guess that's one way he hasn't changed at all.
It's where he feels most comfortable. It is his old man's ship, after all.
Oh, that's so tragic.
Yeah.
That hits the spot.
Hey, Askeladd! I watched your duel earlier. You were pretty impressive.
You think?
That last move? It was a toss, right? You made it look so easy! It was really something! But, don't you think it's risky to keep that kid on your ship? What if he attacked you while you were sleeping?
Okay, overstepping.
Not a problem. That's the last thing he'd ever try.
He literally couldn't even do it night one.
Yeah.
What makes you so sure?
He may be young.
Because he already tried.
Thorfinn wouldn't accept anything less than a fair and square bout. His past and his pride. He allows them both to weigh him down.
How can you be so clumsy, Horda? You're always in the way. Now hurry and clean that up. What, you think you're still royalty or something? Stand up this instant. You're such an idiot.
I just don't understand. I would rather fall on my own sword than live with no pride, you know? What's wrong? Something I said?
No, forget it. It's not you. See that? Pretty terrible, isn't it?
It's time that you accept.
Oh, Jesus.
A slave to money holds a whip, just so he can act like he owns a slave bought by money.
Interesting.
He's not aware of one thing. The truth is, all of us are slaves to something.
That does seem to be a pretty prevailing theme in this series.
Still moping?
I wouldn't call it that. Oh. In the snow, too. That's so sad. Oh.
There you go again, you crybaby.
Let him.
Are you upset, little one? Want to pay them back? Well, you are my son. You'd probably still do it even if I told you not to. I know it's tough, but how should I say this? You'll just have to come to this realization on your own. Remember, you don't have a single enemy. No one does. I promise you, son. A true warrior doesn't need a sword.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Ooh.
Do you think they're from the same area somehow?
What?
Oh, she was bringing him food.
Oh.
I was just... Master Gorm commanded me to bring you your meal.
Oh, no. Just...
sad.
God. Angrily eating.
Hey, are you a slave too?
Huh?
I mean, you're eating out here, so...
I'm a warrior, which means unlike you, I have a choice in deciding where I eat.
Really? But still it seems like you and I are actually quite similar.
Yeah.
Why would I know how a slave feels? If I were you, I'd kill that man Gorm and run, and whoever tries to stop me.
Kill him? I could never.
It sounds like you'd rather stay a slave. Do whatever you want then.
God, he's so twisted he doesn't even see it.
Nope.
If I ran as far as I could, all the way to the very end of the sea, I wonder what would be on the other side.
Attack on Titan.
There isn't anything. No matter where I go, it'll be the same. Nothing but battlefields and slave merchants.
Far to the west, across the sea.
Oh, talking about
There's a
Vinland.
place called Vinland, a new land. A place where it's warm and fertile, untouched by others. No slave merchants or flames of war. So distant, no one will find you there.
Does such a place really exist?
Bird motif.
Mm-hmm. Is that him in the future?
Is that his sister? No.
No.
Sorry, the hair.
His
is
hair
just-
is long as fuck, whoever
I
that
think
is.
Is that him?
I was thinking that's Thorfinn, but it's
Maybe.
been so long.
Yeah. I thought for some reason, I was like, because the hair is just so long.
Yeah. No, that really
finest
grew
and
out.
most powerful warriors from clans all over Denmark are assembling. 4 brigades of Jomsvikings are at the ready and prepared to join them. Everything is proceeding just as planned for the upcoming campaign, sire.
Oh, Floki, the guy who did all of
This
this.
fucking guy.
And who are you?
The time has come.
The king we've heard
To show
about?
those insolent English scoundrels the power of a true king.
Yes, and I give you my word to
We
achieve
don't get
your
face?
goal of capturing England. My
Perhaps
men
in
will
a
fight
moment.
relentlessly.
And where is Canute? He has arrived, hasn't he?
Indeed. His Highness the Prince awaits in Yelling. He's nourishing his spirit in preparation for the march.
My king.
So is that a
Are you
prince?
sure you cannot reconsider your plan?
Ragnar, don't.
There's simply no need for Prince Canute to come along, sire.
He's a candidate for succession. I shall give him the chance to display valor on the battlefield.
But, your majesty, His Highness the Prince still lacks experience on the field of battle.
Enough, Ragnar. I'm mindful of my son's safety as well. However, we are the leaders of the Vikings. We must demonstrate our courage to earn their respect. We set sail in the morning.
So the campaign against England's heating up.
All right.
And the prince is going to war because, like, if you're a Viking, like, you can't be just saving your own kids, you know? You gotta
In August
show
of the
force.
year 1013, the main forces of the Vikings from Denmark, led by King Sweyn, invaded northern England starting from the Humber River. In Gainsborough, 5 major cities surrendered to them. The sweeping momentum continued as the main contingent moved south over land, establishing dominance over each region as they continued their march. And yet, the steady and victorious advance of the Danish forces came to a sudden, albeit temporary, halt. Here, in the commercial city of London.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Oh, I think this is the guy we saw in the opening scene.
Oh my god, oh my god.
What? Holy shit. Yeah, this is
Crazy
Endeavor's
work.
guy.
What's wrong? You should have brought more! Where's the fun if the battle ends too quickly?
What was his name again? But
Scary, whoever he is.
so we had wow. So the war is heating up. They're in London, England fighting, and I remember it was Floki, Thor's, and then there was Thorkel is still clearly around and fighting.
Still throwing.
Seems to be strong as hell. But that's where we're left for this episode.
I like you. You keep this old man entertained!
Ooh. Yeah, make him shorter. Whoa.
Oh, looking up now. Did he get him? Oh, just in the hand. All right. Still though.
Any thoughts before we jump into our discussion?
He scares me a lot.
Is it because he's Endeavor?
Potentially. Yeah, that might just
When has
scare me
Endeavor
for-
not played a powerhouse? Like,
Yeah, typecast is scary. God, I feel so bad for Thorfinn. It's just sad. Like, it's been sad, but now it's really, really sad.
Yeah, because I just don't see a way out of it, which is making it more tragic.
Like, he has to recognize his situation in order to be able to do anything about it. But I worry that recognizing the situation he's in would be too painful to live with.
Yeah.
Not a good feeling.
Not a good feeling at all. Thank you for watching, and make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below. It goes a long way to help grow the channel, and we'll be having Vinland Saga episodes coming every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes ahead in their extended full-length forms, join the Patreon link in the description below, where these episodes and all the episodes of the other shows we're watching are posted as well. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions we answer after every episode of any show we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Question 1. Aaron28 asks, in this episode, Askeladd says that everyone is a slave to something. What do you think he is a slave to?
Like, maybe he has some familial stuff going on that we don't know about, or maybe it's like because he's a military person officially, right?
No, he's more of a mercenary. So he's kind of his own boss.
Yeah. So maybe to his job.
But I feel like Askeladd is a bit of a slave to conflict and war and pillaging. Like, I think that he doesn't know how to just enjoy life and do good. He is just purely somebody who is his entire life only cared about. Because it's interesting because they make a point in this. He points out that this guy is obviously obsessed with money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that means Askeladd isn't. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like you wouldn't call
right.
that. Like, so what exactly is he in this for? And I think it's got to be
what's
the
preventing
fighting
him from
itself.
just stopping?
You know, like
yeah, like you could just stop.
See, because that's the argument. If it's not about money and you're not forced to do it, you could just stop. But for him, the thing that pulls him back, the only remaining thing I can think of is either being with his brothers, which isn't really a negative thing in terms of like, if you're gonna...
Exactly.
But I think it's got to be the fighting itself.
Like he's just a product of his environment and can't get away from it.
Well, almost like Thorfinn. Like, what if... Because
did someone do what Askeladd did to Thorfinn to Askeladd
that
when
is
he
my
was young?
Precise thought is that he did that.
Interesting. Kind of like a Joe from You situation where he starts putting people in the cage because he was put in the cage as a kid.
Yeah, in a sense. And I think also once Thor's died, he knew that the future for this child was either death or enslavement. So he essentially was like, I went through this and I became this person who now I can like come back to my city. Everybody loves me. Like, there is a slice of life carved out for me. So he's essentially turning Thorfinn into himself. And maybe he's being less cruel, even though he is very cruel to Thorfinn. Maybe he's somehow during the process being nicer to him. Like he's allowed to go eat with them in the place. He's allowed to do whatever. He knows that since he's so based in honor, he affords Thorfinn, like maybe that's his way of thinking he's doing the right thing for Thorfinn, even though...
As long as he could have been worse, he's allowed to feel better about himself.
Exactly. This is why this show, like, much like Attack on Titan, you go into it and you're like, it's not quite just this. Like there's more to it.
There's a lot to talk about for sure, and a lot to think about.
The short and easy is, I think he is quoting the quote, a slave to war and conflict and constant fighting. And I think that that's kind of what Thorfinn's becoming, which like you kind of pointed out, I was doing through an equation like, okay, if this equals this, then probably Askeladd had his dad.
Yeah, it's a cycle of violence.
There's also an interesting detail I noticed while editing. During fighting, Askeladd swears on his ancestor one time and then swears on his father a different time. And I can't remember quite which, but I think the one with his father was a less serious swear that he did. And the other one was an actual, like, I swear on my ancestors, this fight will be real. Like,
okay.
So perhaps his own dad did. What if he had a terrible dad? What if he had a horrible dad and that's why when he saw Thor's and was like, this is a great dad, why don't you lead the group, please? Like,
interesting. Well, and there was that kind of conversation earlier about how if you like, depending on how you interact with a person, you can get them to do whatever you want anyway, and you don't have to like enslave them the way that
them literally
the person he was talking to was doing.
Like, and what we see in that moment too is he's pointing out like, she's not good at her job. She's not happy. She's not, like, Thorfinn isn't happy, but he's productive. And what Askeladd wants him to be productive in, he has spurned him to be a really good fighter and go kill people for him. He's basically saying to this guy, like, you know, slapping the term slave on the person and just saying, do whatever I say is much less effective than, you know, like, maybe I'll let you go if you get really good at like ice sculptures and then you force them to gain skills in something and now they have a party thing, you know, like it's there. He's basically pointing out you could be manipulating this person a lot worse, like, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
And the fact that Askeladd's so keenly aware that he's doing this to Thorfinn, like, I wonder what his motives are for this.
100%.
Ultimately, like, does he think he's caring for Thorfinn? Do you think he thinks that?
I think he thinks that he's better than the alternative, but I personally have a hard time buying that.
Yeah, but I mean, think of the alternative. It's actual slave, like title slavery, or because he basically is.
Yeah,
he is a slave to Askeladd right now. It's that or death, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or like go drop him off at home, but like I don't think he would gain the respect of his people if not for that. That's another thing.
That feels worth it.
This is the other thing. The king mentioned it, when you say worth it, I mean not for
not being
Askeladd.
Respected, but you don't have to see the face of the person who killed your father every day and then become a mercenary to support them.
I mean,
I would rather not be respected than have to do that.
Well, I know you wouldn't, but like the average person in like Viking times who's the head of a ship doesn't want to give away his whole life for a kid he doesn't really care about.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I think the other thing that was pointed out was the king being like, why do you bring the prince along? Like, and he's like, well, we're Vikings. We have to show force. Like, that's kind of what Askeladd's doing is, I want to keep this guy alive, but the only way to do it is to keep him in the fray. Which is, anyway. Clearly, there's a lot to talk about with Askeladd. Let's go to question 2. All right, question 2. Fernina asks, even Askeladd's men rejoice in returning home, looking forward to the comfort and safety of their own village. Yet they regularly strip away other people's homes through raids and violence. How do you think such ruthless and violent warriors can still have a place they call home and people who respect them? What does this say about the nature of war and humanity in Vinland Saga?
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily exclusive to Vinland Saga. People do horrible things to other people all the time and still enjoy what they take away from other people, and it just...
And then go home to very similar
families.
Things that
so
they
many
destroy.
people hurt other people's families and then go home to their own families, and if someone did to their families what they do to other people's families every day, they would die to prevent it and yet continue on. I think it's an extreme form of just mental compartmentalization. Oh, it's just different because I'm me. It just ultimately at the end of the day is intense hypocrisy. That's a very human thing, unfortunately.
Yeah. And you bring up a good point, which is we look at this and we're like, oh my gosh, they have capital S slaves. They're doing this and that. And it's you look at nowadays, there are versions of that happening around the world.
Absolutely.
And they just skirt around the obviousness of this to exist in a world where cameras and everything exist, you know?
Completely.
Yeah, it's just... God, I was about to analyze it one way, but after you said this just happens, I mean, there's not much else to say. Yeah, this is just... That is the nature of war and humanity.
Yep.
And it says within Vinland Saga. Take off the end of the...
Nope,
yep,
just in general. In general.
But yeah.
Yeah, I want to enjoy this thing, but I don't want anyone else to have it.
Let's go to our final question. Aiden Whitebrook asks, why do you think Thorfinn acts so harshly to the slave who offers him kindness and food? He asks her why she wouldn't just run away. Do you think she reminds him of what his father did in episode 1 with the runaway slave?
Oh, I was thinking it was more of she was holding up a mirror and it was looking a bit too familiar.
I agree.
So he needed to lash out. I wasn't thinking it was... referring back to that episode.
Yeah, I guess
it could be.
Yeah, he had a flash of a moment in his head where we saw he remembered that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is, when he was a kid in that time, he didn't quite get it. I think perhaps it'll all click for him when he fully matures in some way. He's gonna have a moment where it just finally makes it, because it's good that he remembers these things because they're critical.
If he had lost that memory, he would be, more hosed than he already is.
Yeah, but I think he lashed out, like you said, but the interesting thing is the tone of the way he said it was, he doesn't realize quite that he is.
No, why wouldn't you just run away? Yeah, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
You know what? That was his deep subconscious sort of talking.
Yes,
yeah, for
100%.
sure. But yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, but that's where we're left for episode 8 of Vinland Saga. Are we looking forward to episode 9 of Vinland Saga?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.